Hi everyone, this is Molly and I'm back with Scientology Recovery. Today we're going to do bone tapping. Bone tapping works with our most dense layer, our skeletal system, and it helps us ground into that. It helps us release stress when our body has gone into fight or flight. It helps us come out of freeze, fight or flight, and come back into safe and social. It helps us to release whatever we're holding in our day, or if something has overwhelmed us, it can help us come out of our heads, come out of overwhelm, and come back into our body at our most dense layer. It's a really good practice for people who have come out of Scientology. It helps them bring their awareness down into their body, where before in Scientology they would be just doing mental process work. This is a holistic practice. Holistic practices, as I talked about in a previous video, are the antidote to Scientology process work, to trauma that has been endured from being part of that group. And it's just all around helps in your day-to-day life. And if you continue it, it really helps you cultivate that awareness, just not to be in your head, but to bring it down into your body, so that you're having a more holistic experience, a more grounded experience, and you're able to connect on a deeper level with who you are at the most dense layer. So I have a skeleton here just in case you momentarily forgot where your bones are. This is him. So we're going to work with the space over the ribs, the sternum, the collarbone, the arms, the pelvis, and this is a point I want you guys to see is the SI joint, which is the sacroiliac joint. That's the sacrum, which is the triangle bone in your low back, and the iliac joint is right here. These come over right here. So when we put our hands on our hips, we feel them beneath our hands. And in this joint, we have like a lot of our low back stress can really accumulate in this joint here. That's called the SI joint for sacroiliac joint. Okay, and then of course we'll work with the legs and feet. So we're just going to begin. Our hand's going to come into like the sign language letter A as a fist, not like this type of fist, but here. So you have a soft point of contact with your body. And you can do it with both hands. And we're just going to start right now. So we're going to start right here. And you might notice because it's contacting the lungs beneath the bones, you might feel like you need to cough sometimes. And just make sure that your contact is really compassionate and that you're not doing it in a violent way. We want to convey compassion to our bodies and presence. So this can help us if we're having a busy day and we're just in our head, just get in our body. It helps us to differentiate the outside world from what's going on internally. It helps us have good boundaries to be able to own what is ours, what is other people's. And then we're going to come down the arm and under it. We're going to go to the rib space on the side of the body. This point here is called Da Bao in acupuncture. It's a big release of energy out the body, so it can be helpful to sort of clear that out. There's a lot of lymph in that area also. You can come up to the sternum, back around to the under the lung, and over onto the shoulder. You're going to come back to the shoulder blade, scapula. Going to come up on the neck a little bit. Okay, another side. This kind of reminds me of like taking a doormat and beating it to get the dust particles out. Hopefully we're not being doormats in our life, but it's a similar concept, right? We're shaking out the stress. We're going to come down to the lower body. And come around to the back and work with this part of our fist, the soft part, and work with the space of the floating ribs over the kidneys. And we're going to go into that SI joint like I talked about before. And we're going to go down the back of the legs. And we're going to come to center and put our hands on what's called lower dantian, which is the lower energy center. In Chinese medicine, you have lower dantian, middle dantian, and upper dantian. So we're going to end here. And then we're going to come into our feet and sit down. It's going to be really helpful if you've had a long day of work. You can massage the feet a little bit. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.